What up? It's your girl V-henny, man. You already know the vibes. Welcome to the Artistry, where we talk shit about music, entertainment, and the everyday struggles. And you already know how we do, man. We have a dope guest in the building. She's doing her thing all the way from the boogie down Bronx, the BX, baby. BX, we got your girl, Venus Blu in the
What's
building.
up, y'all?
Bam, 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 bam. That's my sound effects. I don't have,
Right?
I
She
don't got
got a
the
little
budget.
soundboard. It's self-made.
How you doing? How you doing?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Venus Blu. What it do? You know, none of these bitches get my crew. That's part one. On to part two. Now, what the fuck is up? Because the bitch is in the building. So we here to talk some shit today.
Ooh, go ahead, do your intro.
Right.
Do your intro. I'm with it.
Right.
I was like, shit, we haven't even started. Look it. I'm excited. But I want before we get into anything, I want to say thank you for taking the time being here.
Of course.
Continue grinding. I see you. You're doing your thing. And I always do a toast, and the toast is just to, continue striving. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
And you already know the power of manifestation is completely real. So let's make it happen.
Yep,
and it's for you.
Cheers to support too.
Let's do this.
Cheers.
Yikes. You said you want strong, right?
I'm fine.
You okay? Oh man.
That was the Jack.
That was a Jack.
That was Jack.
That was Jack.
Hey Jack.
Hey Jack, how you doing? Hey Jack, how you doing, Jackie
Haven't seen you
boy?
in a minute.
So I want to say, I was going through my Instagram, actually your Instagram first, right? And you did one of my shows, and it was about, I think, 2 years ago.
Like 2 years ago, maybe in like October.
Okay.
I think.
And I was just like, shit, yeah, you done my show. And I'm like, damn, I know this girl for a while. Like, you've been doing, you've been doing your thing. I will say this. I have noticed your growth within your artistry. So for those that are watching, they don't know who Venus Blu is. We're going to talk about who she is. Venus Blu is a dope artist. I learned a few things about you. Again, I was doing some research. So I know you originally started off doing like beauty school, modeling, and then you transitioned into music.
Yeah, like I was always into music when I was like young, maybe like 11, 12. I was into it, but I never could really like spit it for the people. I could never give it to them or deliver it.
Okay.
So then I was just always into like, the fashion aspect of everything. I started modeling in high school. I used to do like modeling campaigns. Then I went to beauty school, learned how to do hair, makeup, all that stuff. I kind of hated it. Whole time I was there, I literally would think, and I would sit there and be like, when is the day that I'm gonna sit here and go like, you're going to the studio instead of going to school?
Gotcha.
I ended up getting kicked out. I'm not gonna lie. I had a rude teacher, and she didn't really want to smoke, but it got crazy. So I got kicked out, and after that, I just focused more on music. I started going to the studio. I joined a rap group with a whole bunch of my friends. And we kind of just started something, but they didn't give me the recognition I feel like I deserved.
Okay.
Because they knew I had talent, but they would just like mostly focus on all the other boys. Because it was like all boys, I was the only girl.
Okay.
And then I transferred off and did my own, like I started my own solo thing when I was about like, I started 18, 19, probably doing like, sessions with them.
Okay.
About like 2021, I was doing my own solo thing.
Copy. Okay.
And then I did my first show with you when I was still 21. And then from then on.
And you've been going since.
That's been funny.
Now, right, like I remember when I used to do music, right? There's always that one song that put the battery in your back, So for me, I want to know, what was that one song that inspired you to actually get into hip hop, get into music?
Like, that's not my song?
That's not your song. That inspiration, that one song that inspired you. Like for me, for example, was Biggie, Suicidal Thoughts.
Oh, no, I got it. It's a song by Doja Cat. It's called Tight.
Okay.
And I remember even the picture of it. She had like pink hair, and she had a dog that looked like my dog.
Okay.
And she had a pair of boots that looked like mine, and she was spitting like the flow that I was kind of like into. And I was like, well, if this bitch could do it, I could do it. But I was like, she's doing it so, like, if I was gonna rap, I would sound like that.
Gotcha.
And I was like, this is just exactly what, it's bars based, it's feminine, it's still a little bit, tough, and it's just like, I don't know, it just made me like turn up. So it's like I want people to feel like that with my music too. You know what I mean?
I like Doja Cat too.
Not
a lot of people big fans of her. So like,
I don't know why. I've been a fan of her since like back in the day,
I
since high
mean,
school days.
she put me on to Doja Cat more, but for me, like I feel like it's funny because I had this debate recently, and I want to know if you agree.
Okay.
I was having a debate with this woman on IG, right?
Okay.
And she was just on some like that women nowadays don't rap. They just show their ass, and they don't have that message. And I told her, I was like, nah, I don't agree with you. I was like, for me, I'm surrounded by so many women who can rap. If anything, a lot of these women are out rapping these guys.
I was gonna say.
And it's not even about, it's not even about out rapping these guys. A lot of these women do have a message.
And more of a drive too.
Yeah. So, and I was telling her, I was like, I just think what's happening is that they're lacking the support. So she was just like, no, you don't understand what I'm saying, you're not gonna understand. I was like, how am I not gonna understand if I'm in the scene?
I'm a woman in hip-hop, so how could I not understand?
So like, I want to know, with you being a woman in hip-hop, do you feel like there are other women who have that message? Do you feel like you're being overlooked? Because I know you mentioned many times where you have a message, you have a voice. Right. So do you feel like you're being overlooked?
Yeah, I feel like there is a cookie cutter image that they might want us to like fit into. Like I think they want us to go and look like a certain thing, talk a certain way, and sound a certain way. And if you're not doing that, then you're not a good female MC. So it's like, there's different women that have different looks, different sounds, and they don't get taken on because it's not as mainstream. And then women right now, it's kind of like, women in hip hop is kind of like one of the biggest things right now. So it's like that is already big enough right now, but it's still not getting the full. It's because it's coming to light. It's not in full recognition, full celebration. It's not all of that. So we're kind of getting to that point where it's like the image was set to something, and that allowed female rap, and then now we're going on to like different genres and different perspectives of, or people's artists that. I would say like each artist's own take on rap, because there's no real way to say like, all right, rap is just this. You have to act like this. You have to look like this. You can literally it is how you say what is that word? Oh my god, I'm stuck on it.
As far as like
circumstantial, I would say. Like you become who you are, and you make the certain type of music based on like your circumstances.
Okay.
I make music based on like I like to live a lavish life.
Yeah.
So that's why I call my music designer music. I like to have fun, jet skis, motorcycles, helicopters. I like to live my best life. So I'm gonna talk about stuff that really lives my best life. Not every female rapper, that's why, some people get glorified because, we live these lavish lives. And then people who are like real, you know what I mean? Not saying that I'm not real and I don't have a real message, but some people who put that straightforward kind of get rejected a little bit in a way of like, you're not fitting in the cookie cutter. You're stretching too far out. Oh my God, you're expanding my mind even more. And it's like, it's more so of a fear of what they don't know, or like something they haven't seen. It's like, whoa, this is actually good, and I didn't know it could be good.
Have you been in that place where you felt as if other people wasn't vocal for you, or have you been in a place where you felt voiceless towards a situation, whether it's with your, mainly for you within your artistry, within your career, and if so, what did you do to overcome and build that strength to get back, that voice, to get back to where you're normally at,
Yeah, I know what you mean. So basically, I was signed to a record label around like last year, and I'm not gonna like say any names because
okay.
But what's it called? Basically at some point the contract was only for about a year. Things were put on pause because a lot of stuff behind the scenes was going on. So I felt like, in a year I had this image of, I'm going to put out 3 projects, I'm going to have everything set up. Okay. I did everything on my end to make that possible. Now, on their end, it just wasn't held up. So where I was paused at was where I couldn't release certain things and do certain things because I just didn't want to deal with the legal stuff that it came with.
Gotcha.
So I figured I'd just take a pause. But in that pause, I felt like it was so much going on. I felt like, I was writing so much music. I literally have about 3 mixtape worth of content to put out.
Okay.
But I would only do things correctly. I would not rush and do anything. I would not, sugarcoat anything. I would not just graze upon anything that needs the attention that it needs. I will give it to it and shed that light and work on it like that. So I felt like, I was put on pause for a minute, and I felt like my voice was, not being heard. And I just thought too, like, I had just came into the game running, everybody's feeling me, I'm getting bookings, I'm doing shows. And then here I go on a big pause. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad it was during the pandemic because we were all on pause.
Yeah.
And the whole George Floyd thing too was going on. So around that time too, that's when my mixtape was supposed to come out. But I said, why would I use my voice to to kind of talk about something that not saying that my music is not important, but at that time, at the degree that it was in, I would rather take my voice and my following and talk about that type of stuff, the things that's going on in the world that needs to be spoken about. So at that time, I kind of was just really on pause with everything because it's like legally, a pandemic is going on. Like, are people even going to pay attention? Nobody's really like, paying attention to like, who's making music or what Venus Blu is doing. They really didn't care because the whole world was on shutdown. So once my contract was up, what made me kind of like stick to myself and be true to myself was that the whole time I was on pause, I remained consistent. I kept working. I kept doing what I had to do and for my career. I would do shows. I would do interviews. I did videos. I did a whole bunch of things that I said, once this contract's up, he's going to say, oh my God, like what the hell was she doing? This whole time, like I thought she wasn't doing shit. And here I come, boom, here's a project, here's a this, here's a that. So it just showed me like even if it's not being displayed right now, just work hard, just stay focused, and at the end it will really show. Like everything that I did, even though I thought like, all right, it should be done this way, the way that it all came out and came to fruition, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Like, you know what I mean?
You've been taking music seriously for what? 2 years, you would say?
I feel like I took it serious my whole life, but I got serious about my career. Like I always was like, writing music, writing raps, always doing that kind of like freestyles. I would go on Snapchat and tell my friends like, drop a beat, a link, and I'll make a freestyle to it and then post it on Snapchat. They were the corniest raps ever. Oh my God, it was so corny. Like it was like Venus Blu, what it do, and we so fly, we work part-time at Jet Blue. Like, what the hell was that?
Like, wait, what? Pero qué?
It was just so corny. But at that point, I was like, I'm kind of like good at it. I kind of have fun with it. It's kind of something I feel like I could build off of. Modeling wasn't that fulfilling. Beauty school wasn't that fulfilling.
Okay.
Music for me, when I go into the studio, I literally feel like I'm releasing. Like I let go all that shit. Like I feel like everything that I feel like I need to say is gonna be heard.
Yeah.
And it's very therapeutic to me. It's very like, this is my time for myself. This is my time to make a project, make something like, you know what I mean? Like this is my baby.
So since it's therapeutic for you, right? Do you have a track that you would say is your most personal track that you've written?
Oh, not yet. Okay, I have one, but it's not out.
Okay.
But I am gonna. I feel like the music that I've been putting out is very sing song, very dance, very club, very like still bars based, still shows my talent. But I feel like also part of real hip hop is getting to that nitty gritty. You know what I mean? And I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the stomping grounds of hip hop. So like in real life, me and my dad, we've had like issues in our past or whatever, and things that I've gone through in my life. So I feel like I'm gonna touch up on things a little more personal, things that people like me would understand more, people who would kind of understand me more too, because everybody's had problems with their parents. Everybody's had like a run-in, but it's like you also get to see a little more vulnerable side of me, and it's kind of like I didn't know that's what was going on. People think like I'm just this, have all this going on. They just think it's all shows, and it's like people, we're real people and we have real things going on. So I want to like just showcase that we are real people. We have real issues. We can get through them, and like I said, it's just my expression. It's my therapy of like whatever happened with me and my dad. We got over it, and even though we got over it, I still have to release and cope the way I do, which is like write a song about it, let it go, and do what I do. So the song is kind of made and good and ready, but it's just not out yet.
You know what's crazy? Well, I'm before I get into that, I look forward to hearing that track. What is it? I mean, like, are you planning on releasing it soon or anything like that, or not?
We'll just say maybe 2022.
Maybe 2022.
Because I still have a few things I would lined up for my design and music era.
Okay.
And then I want to switch over to something a little more personalized, a little more like something a little more like I said, personal.
Yeah.
Vulnerable, very into who I really am as a person. Into sometimes they get caught up in Venus Blu, the character.
Yeah.
And then they don't realize, like I said, that we're real people and what we really go through as people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they kind of they see one thing and it's like I just want to show all the sides of me.
And it's crazy because you're mentioning that, right? Because I always mention like we live in an era where perception is like it, right?
Yeah. What it looks like is what it is.
Yeah, the whole instant gratification, the whole, like people not realizing that there's more to it than just whatever content you're putting out there, right? So as an artist, there are, like you mentioned, there's many challenges that you are faced. Do you feel that as a woman, and a woman part of the LGBTQ, there's an image that needs to be portrayed or created in order to be validated or accepted by the industry or society?
Yeah, like I said, I just feel like if I got my boobs and my ass done, I would be more accepted in the look department.
Okay.
In that sense too, it's like I could literally say garbage, garbage, garbage. I'm a bad bitch, garbage, garbage, and they'd be like, look at how fat her ass is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they wouldn't take it that serious. I feel like if I just focus on my music, because I feel like I look good. I'm not tripping on like that type of thing. But I feel like some people, they get insecure on that, where they have the real talent of like, I got the bars, I got the thought process, I got the message, I got all of that. But because their body is not, where society wants it to be, then they feel discouraged going into letting out their message or becoming vulnerable. I feel like even going into music, even letting out the cute sing songs and all of that, I still was like, I felt like I was putting myself on the line. Like, what are they gonna think of me? Like, what is this? Like, what's going on? And then I'm leading myself to wherever anybody wants to say or think or do about me, that's their opinion. And I kind of gotta eat it up at that point.
Gotcha.
So like some people, they're not. I'm not saying they're not built for this type of industry, but some people are not. Strong skin.
You think you built for this industry?
Yeah, I feel like nothing can break me. I feel like I'm not shy. I'm not you know what I mean? I know who I am. I stand strong in who I am. I stand strong in my talent. I stand strong with God. I feel like everything for me will work out because it's not only what I want, it's what was supposed to happen to me. Like, it's in the stars before I was even born to make this happen. But I feel like when you really work hard, are dedicated, like some people, they're like, I hope that like 13-year-old me would have been happy to see who I am now. 13-year-old me would have been like, bitch, what? Like, sir, like, come on. What's that? So I feel like, as long as I can make myself proud, make my family proud, that's really all I'm trying to work on. But I do have like, like I said, a further message of like, people like me, I want them to see something a little more deeper. When they see someone like me, they do just think of the exterior. And I do have that pressure of, making sure I look good, making sure things are like that. I mean, I look good when I wake up with crust in my eye, but it's just like not, like I said, not everybody is worried about the looks part of it.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, when you see girls like us, I want you to know that we are talented, that we could have something a little deeper than, what you just think we are. We do look good. We can get things done. And you know what I mean? And we're smart, we're intelligent. It's not just a simple thing of, the stigma that they have of us, just as, what you call that? Male bride order? Male something? What do you call that from Russia?
When you like
mail order bride?
Some shit like that. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about.
They just expect me to come like this.
Yeah.
Like, hi, I'm Venus Blu, what it do? None of these bitches get my crew.
Yeah.
No, like, I have deeper things to say. Like, I love also to, like, I like to watch videos about space. I'm really into, like, the intergalactic world. I feel like this world is huge. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people just, they don't think that kind of stuff. Like, they don't think how deep someone can be. They just see the exterior and they just see, clothes and cars and things like that. But when you get to speak to someone and really know them and really get to see what they're really talking about, that's why I feel like you get to understand someone.
Like, people know Venus Blu as the character in a sense, right?
Yeah, the persona.
Now, let me ask you this. Like, just as a person overall, what's your purpose? What's your why?
Well, yeah, like I said, Venus is that character that I put. Like, I feel like she's the billboard, the brand ambassador of the message that I'm trying to put out. Me, like also, besides the fact that I do music and speak on those things, I do work at a shelter. I do try to help people out. I try to, even in high school, I was in the feminist club. I was in the GSX club. I've done a whole bunch of. I was in the UN. I used to sit in the what? I used to sit in those like where it's like all the countries are there with the leaders, and then you have all the people in the crowd. I would be in the crowd like this.
I'm done.
So I was in the UN, y'all. I was in the UN. But, like, I've always been, like, an advocate to try to make the world a better place. Like, even, like I said, with the George Floyd thing, I could have been like, all right, whatever, let me put out my mixtape. No, I was, like, outside, too. I was marching. Like, you got to make a difference in this world, and you have to use your voice to do it. Because if you're waiting for somebody else or to speak on, it's like, well, you're kind of just riding on a bandwagon. Like, speak on what you really want.
So when did you start realizing, like, this... Because let's keep it a bug. As much as we can always tell ourselves, like, yo, yeah, we have a message. I want, I want to be heard, right? But when did that message really, really, like, get in your soul and you realize, like, nah, this is serious. This is, like, I really, at this point, need to take this. Like, I'm fooling around. I really need to take this to that place.
I think that's what I was doing at first. I was just playing with the music. Like, I literally was just playing with the image, just playing with the, getting a little bit of publicity too, just playing with the viewers, playing, like, I was literally playing around. I was someone with a camera having fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I started doing shows and started feeling like people were actually gravitating towards what I had going on, I said, you know what, let's polish this up a little bit. Because I would do shows too, and I felt like not only was the look not on point, the performance wasn't there, the sound, like, you know what I mean? Now I've cleaned everything up. And I feel like beyond just, like, cleaning up my music and wanting to sound like a certain thing and elevate, is like I said, I need people to take me serious. So if you're going to say, like, all right, I'm going to look at her and see what she got going on. If you say, all right, that music video was popping, she came to the thing, she presented herself correctly, you're going to take more what I say serious. Instead of if I come in acting a damn fool and then I try to advocate, you're like, girl, sit down, shut up, you ain't saying nothing.
All right, so I want to give you a critique or something, right? Because I noticed with you, I feel like with you, because I've seen you again perform, right? I've heard your music. Again, I can tell the growth. Yeah. But I want to see you win, right? And please debate me or whatever if you feel like,
I love, literally when I get off stage, I ask people, I'd be like, did you like it? I'd be like, tell me what I did wrong.
No,
and they're like, you were great.
I think you did a great job. You know what I noticed with you, though? It never fails. I see this every time you do a show. You're quiet.
In the corner.
You're in the corner. You're quiet. And I'm just like, bro.
No, that always happens.
Are you? So my question to you is, why are you in that corner? You're quiet. You're sticking to yourself. Why are you not networking?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I get so nervous. Like I'm not nervous to meet people or speak to people. If someone comes up to me, I'll talk to them. I have I don't know, like on a regular basis, I'm used to people coming up to me and approaching me. So it's like when I get to a place, I don't know how to like initiate the conversation. If you come up to me and we speak, we could speak. But it's kind of hard for me to just be like, I don't know how to sit there and be like, let me think of who to talk to. Like, I get a little awkward. So it's like usually, and I do this in every show that I go. So I sit, but it's kind of a, I don't want to say a trick, but it's kind of part of my ways. Okay. I like to come and be that like mysterious, like, is that Venus? Or it's like, what's going on? Like, she's just calm, what's going on? Get on stage, bust it, go crazy. They be like, you know what I mean? Oh, now you want to talk to me. So now when I came off the stage, it's like now they come into flock to me, the people who, really do need to speak to me. And I just feel like, I don't know, I get a little nervous when I come out. I start seeing a lot of people, and then I get a little nervous just on a regular basis. Like, do people actually like me? I'm not, like, insecure. I have one friend. I was going to say I have friends, but I have one friend. Yeah. I'm a chill girl. Like, I'm very, I'm a people's person. I'm sociable, but I'm really picky on who I give my energy to. I'm very like, let's see what you want to talk about. Like, what you walking up to me for. Like, I'm very like, get out of my face, No,
I mean, I get it, because I feel like in this industry, you have to be picky with your energy. Yeah. You understand? You have to pick and choose.
You get caught up with the wrong person.
No, that's a fact. Quick. And then you have those moments also where sometimes you have to put that mask on, in a sense. And people, I don't care what anybody be like, oh, you phone. No, it's not that you're being phony. It's just, there's a level of professionalism.
Exactly. Like, literally, my friends, they'll come to the shows and they be like, oh, we're drinking on the way there. I'd be like, for y'all, this is a party. For y'all coming, y'all having a great time. For me, this is a job. I'm coming in, I'm clocking in. I can't drink on the job. I can't do all of this. I mean, you could, because these are your decisions. But I know that if I drink and I'm trying to, put out my brand and, literally have the billboard on, lights on, and the lights are tweaking. You know what I'm saying? We need it all bright. We need all the LEDs going. So you have to be on your A game, especially when, let's just say now I'm filthy drunk, and here comes the CEO of hashtag the best record label ever. Then he comes over and talks to me. I'm like, whatever, mister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you're being sloppy and messy.
Yeah, so it's like, I feel like, I just keep myself professional. I just try to, like, sit in the corner. I feel like, I'm just there to do a job, which is perform. So when I come, it's like, I'm here. You're going to see my show and you're going to remember it. You know what I mean? And then that's where I put all my energy, too. It's like, I'll sit there and I'll be like, when I'm going to go. And then once I get up there, I just go crazy.
Okay. Now we're approaching the ending of the last quarter, right?
Okay.
What's a challenge you are most proud of that you overcame as an artist during 2021?
I just feel like one of the challenges really was keeping like my mental state together, because for real, you'll get scammed for some money, you'll lose this, you'll go here, someone's there that you don't like. It's a lot of things that really like I've you watch the TV shows and all of that and you think like, oh, it's just a little drama. Like there's real things that go on behind the scenes, and I don't let any of that stuff affect me. You know what I mean? I've learned how to literally just, like I said, just get my job done, do what I gotta do. I came here to perform. I'm here to perform. It'd be nice to socialize and meet a friend and do all of that, but I came here to perform. So it's like, I'm here to do my job, get things done, and I just feel like I learned how to. The challenge that I faced was, at first, like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I feel like now, this time around, I kind of polished everything up. I kind of like, now I go on stage, it's kind of like a button. I press play and I hit that mode. I go do interviews, I do that. I get to the studio, I you know what I mean? I have everything set up the way I know it's supposed to go and the way that it's working for me. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's working. Here I am.
No, it definitely is. I mean, and it's, it's the consistency,
Yeah.
Speaking of music, what are we expecting from you?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, dun, 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 dun.
So, I just dropped the music video for Shake It. That's kind of like one of the leading singles. I probably have another single coming out soon.
Okay.
But then the mixtape's coming.
Okay.
And then because the mixtape's ready, and I'm ready to give them this mixtape.
Mixtape will be what? This year or next year?
We'll say late this year, early. We'll say January.
Okay, so first quarter.
Yeah, because then, like I said, all the new stuff is definitely coming up after. But for the most part, I just feel like the mixtape is designer music.
Okay.
High quality shit, you know what I mean? Like, I like, fly shit.
Yeah,
so it's about living the high life, having fun.
Bitch, you understand?
Yeah, living your best life, you know what I mean? Doing your thing, wear your fly shit, go out, enjoy your life. I ride motorcycles. I do crazy shit. So
I've been wanting a motorcycle.
Do it. When you're on it, I was literally on it. I was like, this is the best money I ever spent.
Oh man, I want to get my license for it, but I definitely would love to, experience that.
It's fun. I'm not gonna lie. You
dope.
should just try it at least once, or at least get someone who can teach you, and then like just learn how to do it. Because when I was learning, my friend he had them, and he was teaching me, and then I bought one.
Gotcha.
So it was like I didn't learn on my bike because I would have fucked it up.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it.
I kind of fucked up my bike.
But I definitely I look forward to hearing your mixtape. I think that's very smart of you to release it by next year, because one of the biggest mistakes I feel like a lot of artists do is that they're now trying to drop projects like singles, and I'm like, why? We're the ending of the last quarter. Like, what?
And it's like,
make it make sense.
You gotta wait. It's all about time. And like, I've had songs that some of them is like 2 years old. It's not ready. It's not ready, and I'm not gonna just throw it out there, even if it's fully done. I'm not gonna just throw it out there and just listen to it. No, we're gonna get the promo. We're gonna go on the stage to do it. We're gonna go to the radio show. We're gonna get it done correctly, because, like I said, I put a lot of work and a lot of effort, talent, a lot of emotion too in what I do. So it's like, why would I just willy-nilly hand it off when I feel like I have to push it so I could get the message across?
Gotcha.
Because if I really just throw it, they're not gonna take it serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I respect it.
That's one thing too. I just want to be taken serious. I feel like beyond the looks or whatever you think of me, I just want people to know that when you working with me, it's like I'm gonna get the job done. I don't know what you might book me for, TV, whatever, but I get my job done. Besides all the Instagrams and all the dramas or whatever people have going on, I get my job done.
Listen, I tell people, in order for me to take you serious, you need to take yourself serious.
Hello.
You understand? You understand? So at the end of the day, by me looking at you and I know you're on your shit, I'm picky with who I work with, and I think a lot of people know this about me already. Right. I've been around so many artists, and you meet those who be like, yo, this I eat, breathe, whatever, and then it's like when it comes to certain dynamics, they're like, oh, like there's always an excuse in a sense, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's not that I'm saying I know who's taking it serious, or I know who's fooling around with it, but I can sense who's those who are really like
who's deserving of the opportunity.
Yes,
because sometimes it's like you put somebody up on stage and they'll make a complete fool, and it's like, what's going on? That's why I always tell people, you put me on that stage, it don't matter if it's your uncle's barbecue. I bet y'all I'm a porn star to you. Like, I'm gonna make it happen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And as you should, that's the whole purpose of you being an artist. And I appreciate stuff like that. So I'm gonna give you one of my infamous questions, and I want to know, when was the last time you did something for the first time?
When was the last time I did something for the first time? What did I do? Like, I'm boring. Like, I mean, I have fun, but I'm boring.
Nah, there gotta be something you did for the first time.
For the first time.
When was the last time you did something for the first time?
My life is so scheduled. It's not even funny. I mean, I started new jobs. I mean, no, that's boring.
Is that the first time you ever did something like that?
I tried this new liquor, and I'm kind of like hooked on it. It's called Empress Gin, and it's like purple. And it's like just this new thing.
It's gin?
It's gin. It's purple gin.
I don't know how I feel about gin.
It's kind of, it hits like gin. It's a little strong.
Gin is no joke.
It's just pretty. Like, it's just so gorgeous to look at.
I'm done. So that's the first time but that was the first time you drank it?
Yeah,
but you're saying you're hooked on it?
No, that was the first time I ever drank it, and then now I'm like hooked on it.
Before we, you give your handles and everything, I just want to know, what's your definition towards success?
Okay. Well, I've thought about this too before, and I literally was just talking to my little brother, where I said, I do not care if I make $1 million tomorrow. I do not care about nothing. I want to make music. I want my music to just pop. I want that message to get across, where if I die tomorrow, then you'll just always have something of Venus Blu. I want my music to move around and touch people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like success is how you really change the world. Like, you know what I mean? Success does come in money too, and it's like that would be great to get $1 million. I would love that. But then what if I get $1 million for something, and then like my music's not really selling, but I got a deal from something? I just want my music to go on, and I want it to be that. The image, you can never see me again, but you will hear me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too worried about like the imagery and all of that. I just want my music and my sound and the message to move forward and just move up and to touch the people who need to hear it. You know what I mean? And that's success to me.
Again, she's touching my corazón and everything.
And I want to take my mom out the hood, and I want to take.
I'm done.
No, my mom out the hood. She been out. My dad out the hood too. He just bought a new house. Like, excuse me.
Oh man, that's hilarious. So, Venus, so where can everyone find you? Where can they find your music? Do you have? I mean, I know you're dropping your music. Hopefully by first quarter. Are we expecting anything else, and new music videos or anything like that, or not? Where can they find your music video?
Okay, you could be expecting. I would just say this: expect the unexpected, and just keep your mind open.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Just keep your mind, heart, and wallet open.
Wallet open. We want that wallet open, bro.
Open.
We want that wallet open.
Keep the wallet open, so I could just, you know what I mean?
What's your cash app? No.
The real Venus, but not the fake one.
Don't be the DMs like talking about send me 300.
It'd be like hit me up on Cash App. I didn't hear you. Yeah. My DMs are broken.
And where can we find you?
So you can find me on Instagram at Venus.Blu. You spell blue without an E. Snapchat is Venus_Blu without an E. Google me, baby. Venus Blu. You can find me on YouTube. My channel's there. I got a bunch of videos, bunch of performances. I'm on SoundCloud. You can look up Venus Blu Zombies. Porn Star Quality is up there. One of my songs, Toasted, is up there, and it's not on any other streaming service. Everybody loves Toasted, so if you're looking for Toasted, it's on SoundCloud. And the mixtape, when it does drop, it will be on Apple Music. So just be patient. I know y'all want it. Hold on. Yeah, but it's coming. It's coming.
Listen, guys, there's no reason why you shouldn't be following her or checking out her music, because all her information will be in the description box below. You understand? So all you gotta do is just click on it, support. People don't realize that support is free. You understand?
It is free, and don't wait till the price is too high.
Yeah,
don't wait till you can't afford me.
You dig? you know. So again, I want to just say thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time.
Me.
Nah, you already know the vibes, man. And
has to make this happen.
And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and supporting. You guys are super dope. We love you, and we're out. So you already know it's your girl V-henny, man. Rock out with your cocks out, jam out with your clam out. You dig? the Artistry.
Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, or outlets.
Follow us, the Artistry NY.